Ryan here with Business Trends TV, and today I have Melanie with MCM Property Services in Baulkham Hills on the line. And one of the questions that we got from our viewers, Melanie, is how do you screen tenants?
Yeah, well, this is so crucial. I mean, obviously, if you're, not really looking at all the information that the tenant's providing, if you're not checking all that information, checking that they actually are currently working and do have an ongoing income, it can be a real disaster for landlords. I've seen it before where people have put down information, the application looks great, and the property manager doesn't go ahead and actually make the calls, and then we find out later that, that person actually was, left that job or was sacked from that job months ago, and that's why there's no rent coming in. So what we do is a really thorough look at that application form. We use an online application, which in today's world makes it really easy for people to upload their information quite quickly, and it's a very guided application form. So there's a lot of information that they have to submit. They can't go any further if they don't submit it, and also committing to our terms and conditions before they look at actually putting through that application, so they know exactly what they have to do should their application be progressing through the process. So once you receive that application, we also require a 100-point ID check, so we make sure that we actually confirm that that person is a real person. They've got their photo identification, we get a copy of either a current lease or rates, phone bill, those kind of things to confirm their name and address, and then we'll go through and actually verify their references. So that means calling their current workplace, and depending on how long they've been there, maybe the previous as well. And the kind of things that we're looking for is that they've got stable income, that they're full-time employed, they're not part-time casual where their wages are going to vary a lot. See how long they've actually worked for the company for, and that'll give us a good indication of their stability. If people are chopping and changing all the time, then, whether they would stay in your property for the whole lease or whether they want to move, that might be a little bit of an issue. So we really look for people that have been in their current employment for, a good period of time. And then we'll do the same also with their current landlord. So landlord or managing agent, and we'll thoroughly screen that. So we'll be asking questions like, have they fallen behind in their rent? Have there been any issues throughout the tenancy? Have there been any issues reported in the inspections? Are they going to get their bond back? Those kind of really sort of critical information, we'll be looking to ask questions on that. The other thing that we do is we utilise, it's an online sort of a blacklist, if you like, for tenants. So it's a default tenancy database that we subscribe to. And we're checking each applicant against that to see if they've had any rental problems, and that covers anywhere in Australia. So, if they have lived elsewhere in Australia and they've failed to pay their rent, then they'll be listed on that tenancy database. So we check everything that we possibly can to try to verify that the applicant has the capacity to pay your rent on an ongoing basis, and also we'll look after the property. Once we've done that, then we'll obviously present that information to the landlord. So our philosophy is the landlord always gets the ultimate say on who rents their property. We don't make that decision for the landlord, so they're in complete control of who ultimately goes in there. So what's really important is that you have a property manager that is going to take the time and spend the time to actually go through the application and make all those calls and reference checks, and then, as I said, gives control to the landlord. So that's what we're about at MCM Property. If you've got concerns with the way your property's being looked after, again, we're more than happy to answer any questions or give you some feedback. Just give me a call, 1300 309 700, or you can contact me through our website at mcmpropertyservices.com.au.